Like last time, 11 is too short to be an episode, so I am combining it with 12, just to let you guys know. In the middle of the night, the moon was shining brightly, and chaos was erupting below its peace atmosphere. Doma was out seeking for some sort of blood to replace the longing he felt for Yin's. He knew that woman was a sweet variant of blood, and extra potent, but none of which he consumed could even come close to fulfilling scent of Yin's, the perfect shade of red, a smooth but thick consistent that beautifully thinned out. Pathetic. Why bother existing if your blood is so pathetically plain? Doma spat. Dropping the head of the woman he had just practically consumed, he was standing in the dark and abandoned alleyway in the busy streets of Shioku when he was about to walk away, finding a woman more filling. Muzan was standing in front of the exit suddenly. Doma, as a reward, your integrity of the girl's blood type, I thought that it would only be fair to reward you. Let's hope your body can handle the blood you are about to receive, Muzan had said, a long arm of flesh extending, a needle-like object from it jabbing into the side of the upper moon's neck. It vigorously pumped blood into his system, filling Doma with incredibility, power, yet suffocating suspense. Doma dropped to his knees, smiling in awe of such exotic delight. Then an arm retracted, and Muzan left satisfied at the reaction the demon had given him to a huge amount of blood he had just received. Meet me here again in precisely an hour, the Demon King commanded, almost instantly vanishing from the alleyway, leaving Doma to his own strength to recover from the volume of blood he consumed. Circularity system just had adapted to. Chapter 12. Midnight, a quiet and peaceful time for some, yet chaotic and anticipatory for others, as the plain moon filled up the room in which you lay so peacefully, your eyes fluttered open. You then sat up. How long have I been asleep? That was the first thought that came to mind as you struggled to get up. Your fingers wrapped around the folds of the fabric covering the window, gently tugging at the curtains, only to be revealed with a still evening, which complemented the beauty of the moon. You then kneeled, folding and resting your arms around the window sill. It appeared to be midnight, so that it must have been asleep for half a day. You had never slept for so long since becoming a demon slayer, and your body had been adapting to increasing amounts of sleep. But you were also thankful for the extra rest. Now your energy was sure to be restored to a certain extent. Maybe, just maybe. No, it was stupid, and the risk of getting recaptured was too great. But if you somehow managed to fully energize, maybe you could escape. It was worth a shot, and you knew the options were slim. So you stood up, fueled with a new hope and excitement for approaching this challenge, and took a few steps back, but remained facing the large window. You sped up a little and took your dominant foot and aimed for the center of the window. Glass went everywhere, but the way you were trained, aimed in, barely created a sound, and just like that, you were outside. Not the time to celebrate just yet, Yin, you thought as you squealed a bit. Staring into the horizon, you could make out the city lights and immediately ran towards the city. As soon as you had stopped, you saw the first and tallest building. It stood proudly lit up with artificial glory. You took your chance and ran towards the glowing lights. You stopped, feeling feeling the edge of the cold metal gaze your skin. Don't move, a monotone voice ordered. You were only trapped between the body of someone and their sword. Threatening to push into the front of your neck, the sword made metallic ring as it enhanced, and you turned to met with 6 eyes. Damn it! Now you were in trouble. He would probably escort you to Muzan, and then was all over for you. You had no choice but to cooperate. Seeing as you didn't even have your sword to try to put up a fight. But wait, you had skills. You lifted your torso as you jumped and swung your leg at the demon. He grabbed it with ease, but you then took the other leg and threw it to his neck, which caught him off guard. He didn't expect you to do this, to be so strong or quick. He let go of your leg, trying to catch the other and unsheath his sword with the other hand, but that only allowed you to use his turned shoulder that was going for his sword. As a step, you pushed on his broad shoulder, launching yourself into a nearby tree. He looked up, his face remaining unchanged, seemingly annoyed regardless of no physical changes in his expression. You were now kneeled on a branch of a Japanese maple, a tree common in Japan. Its warm tones seemed so cold at the night, yet it was perfect for camouflaging you. So, it was full of leaves. As it was full of leaves, sorry. You cut your breathing short to ensure that you didn't breathe too loudly. You were so close to freedom, and certainly did not want any cost. Apparently, you had to get back to the corpse. You also were new, beneficially exposed to both Muzan and the upper moons, which could prove to be useful to the other Hashira. Your eyes were glued to him until he just vanished? No, he didn't. It was a trick. Just as you turned your head, you jumped from the tree as you almost got grabbed by the neck, dodging the strong grip that was approaching with such a drive. As you were dropping down, preparing to catch yourself, you felt a drop in your stomach. Now, he was really getting angry. You could feel it. His attacks were obviously getting sharper and more rushed. Just as you landed, so did he. You were in a stance, facing him, studying his features. What do you want? I'm not going back to Kabutsujin, if that's what you're here for, you said. Your voice was stern, and you knew, well, that you could very likely increase your chances of escaping if you just had your sword. Make this easy for both of us. You're going to go back whether you want to or not, so make it quick. Or this will simply be dragged on for the entire evening, and I don't think he would be happy about your refusal to reciprocate. Kobashibo reprimed. You simply frowned, almost disgusted at how this demon was talking to you so casually, so sure of his own success. Forget it, and tell Muzan that he won't get another drop of my blood. I have to apologize for my bunny making noises in the background. Sorry.